Hi, welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. We're going to continue on this journey of learning just one little bit more of Chinese expression through one Chinese phrase a day. Last time we talked about beautiful concept of how this life linkage, generational linkage, passing down without a break, okay, cannot be broken. But I mean, sometimes it does, and that's the end of the genetic lineage. 生生不息. So talk about life renewal itself through generations. And today we are using 生 and 息 in a different context, in a different phrase. 休养生息. One by one. Okay, 修. Both are meaning makers. So if you've been with this program long enough, you have seen these symbols frequent enough, many times. Here's just a reminder, human figure like this, one is put on the side to mean person, human figure. Oftentimes it's written like that, right? To save space. So that's human figure on the left, the right side, the cross and the canopy pointing down. That's the structure for tree. So human next to a tree simply means that person is taking a break from the farming activity, which is under the sun, very, can be exhausting. So that person taking a break next to a tree in the shade of the tree, that totally makes sense of what kind of rest in ancient agriculture-based society is, right? That's human next to a tree. Yang is a different concept, and it came from this character. It totally transformed in its written form, but you can kind of see the elements there. So this is sheep, domestic animal. I got flurry furs going horizontal and the two horns pointing up. That's a visual representation of sheep, of this. I mean, this is one of the renderings of there. And then the right side is, we have seen this structure a few times before. It's a 3-finger human hand representation, because 5 fingers are too much, excessive. 3-finger enough to mean it's a hand. Okay, so at the bottom right, here is the hand gesture, holding kind of tools to herd the sheep. That's the kind of cultivate, the origin of to cultivate. It's herding the sheep with tools, right? So it involves like a caring for the sheep, for the furs or for the meat, or simply raising them so that some things from the sheep that can benefit humans. So it's kind of a mutually beneficial relationship, I guess. So for domestic animals, that was the kind of caring, the cultivating. It takes time, and probably takes more caring than the plants. I mean, I don't exactly know for a herd, to raise a herd versus to grow crops, which is more labor intensive. I don't exactly know, but that's the two type of ancient activities. Okay, so 修 and 养 basically is a human resting and a human cultivating something. And here, even if the origin is cultivating your herd of sheep, but it could eventually be used on a human as well. Like if I raise my kid, that's also using this character, 养, we call 养育. It's another Chinese phrase to specifically means parenting, like one of the main activities of parenting, feed them, clothe them, all that. So that's 养. 生, we talked about life or how to live, depends on how the context. It could be a noun, a verb, but somehow related to growing, something living, right? So here, I translate it as livelihood. It talks about how like economic activities, like how a person is going to like financially doing, like have incomes, have source of income, stable source of income, so that it has a sort of like safety net of there. And the xi, okay, it's the same as like a take a break, like by breathing through heart, this breathing system to mean like you take a breath you take a break there. Okay, so 休养生息 oftentimes is used to give the advice of the top ruler of the country, of this big, vast agriculture-based society. The ruler, especially after wartime, like the society already shredded, people already lived in wartime through starvation, something really, really bad and heavy happened. So people under the ruler's rule were already having a hard time. So at that time, most likely the policy of 休养生息 was going to be applied, because from the ruler's perspective, people are already can push to their limit, like how they can make their livelihood even possible through hardship. Already things were destroyed, they really need to rebuild. So that's the kind of giving people a break, 休养. So let's let them rest, and then let them take the time to cultivate the crops or the people, like create another generation of people, and also to make their livelihood, income sources stabilizing, and to basically give people a break, so that the wealth and the resources can be renewed, and then generation. And so then you can apply more tax or draft them for labor or to join the military. So you can then ask more from people. Before then, people under your rule need time to recover, and let them be, give them a break. So that's the concept, 休养生息. Cash into the currency of thinking by one word a day with Sophie. See you another day.